Do you have a dream car? Mine is the Lucid Air. Are you intrigued by electric vehicles? The Lucid Air EV has been called the best driving car in the world. And the Lucid Air Sapphire is certifiably the fastest production car in the world. Listen to Lucid Driver Podcast wherever you listen to podcasts or at luciddriver.buzzsprout.com.
Welcome to the Joy of Cruising podcast with your host, award-winning author Paul C. Thornton, a weekly conversation with the amazing cruisers featured in the Joy of Cruising books, comprised of The Joy of Cruising, Cruising Interrupted, new release, The Joy of Cruising Again, as well as other fun, informative global cruise personalities. It's the next best thing to cruising, hearing about cruising from the unique and diverse perspectives of Paul's amazing guests. If you hear about a cruise that interests you, book it at www.thejoyofacation.com or enter to win a free cruise for two. Again, www.thejoyofacation.com. We really appreciate your feedback, so leave us a text. Paul can't reply, but he may read your text on the air.
Hello, passionate cruisers. This is Paul, and this week on the Joy of Cruising podcast, I am delighted to welcome Tiana, Crew Life on Deck. Tiana works in a hotel department on a European river cruise ship called Excellence Countess. She has worked for one contract. I met her on Instagram where her profile said interesting facts about people working on cruise ships. Well, listeners know that whenever I get the chance to speak with someone who has worked on cruise ships, I jumped at the opportunity, just as Tiana jumped at the opportunity, even though that wasn't part of her plan. You see, Tiana graduated with a journalism degree from a university in Serbia, where Tiana is from. She worked 3 years in that field on TV, radio, and newspapers, and said it was exciting to be a journalist, but tired. Internet journalism, websites, and then she got a job in IT. After 7 years, Tiana jumped at the opportunity to work on a cruise ship. She worked as a bar waitress for the first time in her life, bored with an 8 to 4 life, or 9 to 5 life, and the fact that she had a sister working on ships made Tiana take a shot. Tiana also worked as a dance teacher with kids of all ages for most of her adult life. Welcome, Tiana, to the Joy of Cruising podcast.
Thank you, Paul. It's great to be here.
Great to meet you virtually. How you doing?
I am doing amazing, actually. I am preparing myself for a new season and I'm very excited, so I am great.
So that's a new season of working on the river cruise ship, right?
Correct. I'm working on a river cruise ship. My ship is called the Excellence Countess, and we are sailing on the Rhine River.
Nice, nice. Well, I've been on one cruise ship in my life, and uh, it was absolutely wonderful. It was last year. It was in southern France,
Wonderful.
and then we added an excursion to Paris. So that was very, very nice. But before we talk about that, now you call your brand Crew Life on Deck. So before we talk about Crew Life on Deck, tell our listeners about yourself, where you're from, where you live, your background, anything you would like to share.
Okay, well, hello everybody. My name is Tiana. I am from Serbia, from Novi Sad. My city is on the Danube River, so if you come to some European cruise, maybe you can come to some Danube cruise and then you can come visit my city. It's very nice. You have a lot of nice things to see here. But currently, I am living on like 2 locations, on ship and off ship, waiting for my next season to start. Um, I am with my cat, having the, nice time, family time, relaxing, and recovering from the previous season and charging my batteries for the next one. I am working. Yes.
When does the next one start?
Actually, I'm traveling on Monday morning.
Oh, okay.
Which is very soon.
Okay.
The next season officially starts on the 6th of April for everybody. For guests are arriving on 6th of April. First guests.
Mm-hmm. How many crew are on the ship?
Only 50. The river cruiser ships are not that big, and we don't have a lot of guests. We have like 200 guests approximately. So 50 crew members is enough. Let's say it like that.
And anybody else from Serbia?
Well, I don't know. This time, no. Last time we had 3 other people, and we were all working in different departments. Unfortunately, they did not last the whole season, so I was there alone.
Oh, wow.
But yeah. Well, it happens. It's a stressful environment, and not everybody can finish the season. It happens a lot, actually. Yeah.
I wonder, is it now my perception is, I've been on a lot of big ships, ocean ships, and I've only been on one river ship. I'm going to guess that the stress level is higher on the big ships. Have you heard anything to suggest that that's the case or not the case?
I think so. I have coworkers who previously have worked on bigger ships, on this ocean ships, and they all told me that they don't want to go back over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's more stressful. The hours are a little bit longer, and you practically work the whole day. You have a 24-hour shift, so you because there's always got to be some entertainment or something. So it's totally different. Although the season is shorter for them, here on the river we are approximately between 10 and 11 months away from home, and on the ocean ships you are usually around 6 months away from home. So it kind of balances out. But yeah, for now I don't have a desire to work on ocean ship.
Mm-hmm. So before you got on ships, you went to university for and worked in journalism. You went to university in Serbia, right?
Correct, yes.
And what kind of work did you do in journalism?
Well, actually, I tried it all. I worked in newspapers. I also worked on radio and TV and on internet. But my true love was radio, and that's where I stayed the most.
Mm-hmm.
I was at one radio station for 3 years, and I worked as a reporter. And I covered some festivals and sports shows, political events like elections and stuff like that, movie premieres, and it was really, really exciting, but also very tiring.
So is that why you transitioned to information technology work? I understand that's what you did after 3 years of journalism.
Exactly. Uh, as a journalist, you really don't have a off switch. You have no holidays and no days off, and you have this journalistic eye. Wherever you are always looking, watching, observing. And if something happens, bam, you are there. You need to report, you need to call your editor, you need to do something. And that's why after 3 years it was overwhelming and too much for me, and I tried to do something else. So my coworker who worked on websites pushed me to try something else, and with his help, I converted to website design and stuff like this. And step by step, course by course, project by project, led to me becoming a database programmer.
You must be a fast learner because that sounds
Yeah.
all of that stuff seems very distant to me. Even though I wish I had those skills.
Well, it wasn't, a seamless transition, and it lasted like maybe I needed, I think, a whole year so I can, you know, adapt to something new and learn something else. But when you are motivated enough, you can do anything.
And then after 7 years, you found yourself
Yes.
working 7 years of first journalism and then IT. You found yourself working on cruise ships. How did that happen?
Well, um, after working 7 years from 9 to 5, I kind of got bored of that. Plus, here in Serbia, we have like this political situation that is not so nice, and bad conditions, and cost of living is very high. And even though I had like average IT salary, it was just not covering it. And yeah, I kind of was also like really, really sick of this routine, you know. And since my sister worked previously on ships, she kind of pushed me, and I heard the very nice experiences from her, and that's how I broke the loop and got out of my comfort zone and went to work on a cruise ship.
Did your sister work on ocean ships or river ships?
Also, river ships here
Oh,
in Europe. It's very easy actually to go on a European cruise. You
okay.
know,
Yeah, that's kind of a
yeah,
big deal in Europe, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's starting to
I did not know it at the time, but it is.
yeah, starting to catch on in the U.S. There are a few U.S. river cruises, um, but
Hmm.
when I first began to hear about river cruising, it was all Europe, and now I hear
Yeah, well,
in like Vietnam and parts different parts of Asia. They're all over now.
that's very nice. And river cruises are really, really nice. So I hope there's gonna be many, many lovely travelers all over the rivers of the world.
Now, when you got onto the river ship, was
Yes.
that your first time on a cruise ship?
Yes. It was literally my first time ever, like seeing and being and working on a ship, everything all at once. But
Wow.
yeah, you know
You
what they
you
say,
you
there's first time for everything.
were you anxious at all about the water or homesick or I guess you don't really get seasick on a river cruise, right?
Yeah, no, there's no way you get seasick on a river cruise. You don't
So
get
you
the
so you
waves
didn't
or
you,
anything.
yeah, you didn't have to worry about that, but did you all of that water, was that pretty normal? Did you grow up around water?
We'll be right back.
The Joy Vacation by Dream Vacations invites you to join us on a bucket list adventure to Africa. We're going to Kenya and Egypt for 14 days, April 10th through April 24th, 2027. A week in Kenya, including safaris, and a week in Egypt, including the pyramids and a 4-day Nile River cruise. This adventure includes air from the U.S., all transfers, all accommodations, private tours, and many meals. $5,000 to $5,500, depending on air, per person. Double occupancy. Only $250 per person deposit due at booking. The remainder is not due until late 2026. For a detailed itinerary, online brochure, and to book, email me at pthornton, Thornton, pthornton at dreamvacations.com.
Yeah, I did because through my city the Danube flows, and since I was a little girl, I was in like
Okay.
river and on the beach and everything, so I'm used to that.
Okay. So
It was kind of nice actually.
so your first cruise was no big deal. Not, I mean, no big deal in terms of you adapting to it. It might have been a big deal in terms of doing all that you had to do uh, for your job, but it was pretty normal.
I cannot say it was normal, because you come to this like ship, which is kind of huge. It's big, not like the ocean ones, but it's big. And then you come to the crew area and these crew cabins, which are so small that you cannot like lift your hands up or something like this. So it's really it's very
Wow.
very
Now,
small space.
did did you have a roommate?
Of course, the whole season, I had four different roommates.
Oh, wow! In that small space.
Oh yeah, the two of us on a bunk bed.
Uh-huh.
One bathroom, one like small table, one chair, one closet, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What else did you have to adopt to adjust to on your first experience?
Well, everything was really really new to me. Working in a mm, multi-language international team. That was the first thing, which was really great. But all people are different, and we had to all adapt to each other, and work as a team.
Now,
Mm.
did the crew or the team, did they all speak English?
Most of them, yes. I mean, most of them speak English pretty good.
Uh-huh.
But that's one of the conditions. You really cannot work on a cruise ship if you don't have any language skills.
Okay.
I mean, English is really really basic.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, I was told that I'm gonna go on a ship where there's gonna be also English-speaking passengers. But when I got on my ship, it turned out that all of our guests are from Switzerland. So we kind of all needed to learn some Swiss German words, and that was a big surprise to all of us.
Wow.
Yeah.
So were they all from Sweden or just would you say Switzerland?
Switzerland, all of them, the
Yeah, what
entire season. Yes.
holy cow. So was it easy for you to adapt? I mean, is,
No, that was one of the most difficult things because before that, I didn't even learn German in school, not
uh-huh.
even in elementary school. I learned Russian and Spanish at the university, so I really had no German ever. Really, not a single word. I don't watch German TV or listen to music or anything. So it was extremely difficult for me in the beginning because I had to. It was a really big language barrier, but not only for me because all of us not all of us, but most of us did not know a single word of German. So it was, it was challenging.
Now going into your second season, is that going to
Hmm.
be are you going to still have the same passenger base?
I have the same passenger base, yes. They're, again, Swiss guests, but now I have a little bit more experience. And I also worked on my German when I came home.
Uh-huh.
I went to, school and stuff like this. So it's going to be a little bit easier now,
That's
I
very
hope.
good. Very nice. So you were a sounded like kind of an adventurous journalist. You were always there, always on call. So what was your first year besides the language barrier? What was your job? What was your first job?
Well, I got to work as a bar waiter or bar waitress. Sorry. Um,
So did journalism and IT prepare you?
totally. I had the right set skills, for for a bar waiter. It's I had the best teacher on board. So I had a lovely, lovely girl from Bali who taught me basically everything she knows in 1 week. By the time we were preparing the ship for new guests and everything, we still didn't have nobody on board. We had this training sessions and everything uh, for drinks, for service, for everything, and that week was really, really stressful. But also, I think the week where I learned the most stuff in my life ever, probably.
So now you're one of the top bar waitresses on the ship.
I wouldn't say top, but yeah,
but
I'm good now.
you did a number of with a small crew. I'm sure you did a number of different things.
Of course, we all did.
Yeah.
Really, I was even a night watch at one point.
You were what?
You know, yeah, night watch is like night receptionist
Oh, okay, okay.
who also uh, takes care of the like security. We do rounds of the ship and we check all the spots. We report to captain if something is happening, if there are some alarms or something like this. So yeah, I've done a lot of stuff during this one season.
Did you get the opportunity? I've interviewed a couple of crew and staff, and they got the opportunity to go on excursions with the guests. Did you do any of that?
Oh my God, yes. Uh, I went on a couple of
So
yes,
that must
of
have been
course.
a high
After
point.
working so long shifts and stuff like this, you get the chance to go out and not just go out in the city where you are docked in, but to go actually on an excursion with guests. And it's great because everything is included. Also, like you have this great food buffet and stuff like this, but you get to see some of I mean, most amazing things that you can see. I was on one island in Netherlands that was like a national park and everything, and that was probably my best excursion because I get to see like seals in the sea and stuff like that. So it was amazing.
On the excursions, are you working? Like, are you a guide, or you just get to go?
That happens very rarely that you get to go on an excursion. But it's usually when you have a day off. See, that is also a concept that only is allowed on river
Oh,
ships.
okay.
You have a day off every like 2 months or something like this, and it's your full day off. You have like 24 hours not working, and you can do whatever you want. If it's not a sailing day, if it's a sailing day, then you are on ship doing whatever you want. But if you are docked somewhere, then yeah, you can go out and or join an excursion or do whatever you want. It's great.
Now, when you are on ship
Hmm.
but you're not working, how do you spend your time?
Well, it depends. This first season, I spent most of my free time learning German in my cabin.
Learning to oh,
Yeah.
yeah. See, it sounds like you're an ambitious person who and continuous improvement is important to you. So that's good. I mean,
Thank you so much. I really try
although I
because
could,
yeah, it is
did they
important.
have any did they have any recreational activities that you could do?
No, not really. We for crew, it's like yeah, we don't have any recreational stuff except that maybe sometimes we can like go out if we have an overnight at some place where we are docked and we are not sailing until tomorrow. Then we usually all wait until we are all finished with work, and then we get together and go outside.
Oh yeah, that's
But
nice. I've been cruising.
yeah, that's
I've been
really nice.
cruising a long time, Tiana, and I have
Hmm.
never had the benefit of an overnight. Except now when that one time I took a river cruise, the first night we got on in Lyon,
Hmm.
Lyon, France, and we stayed there, and then we left the next morning. So I guess you could say, you know, but I've never gone into a port stop and it stayed there overnight. I would so much love to do that.
You, yeah, well, please come to Excellence Countess and have an overnight with us. You're gonna have the time of your life. Trust me.
What's that? What is the nicest place you've been to on a port stop?
Ooh, I have a lot of nice places, but I don't think I can like say only one of them really because
Tell us what's on your mind.
well the Netherlands is like it's a really lovely country, really. And wherever we went there, the small cities, the like it, like villages, really 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 small towns, and also the big ones like Rotterdam and Amsterdam, they are it's they are all great, really. And especially the big cities, because they are alive like 24/7
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
all the time. Whenever we dock at like 3 in the morning, if you go out at 3 in the morning in Amsterdam, you are gonna find a place where you can go out and party, no problem. If you go in 8 in the morning, also you can find something that is working as where you can,
Well, that's what I've
it's
heard about
crazy.
it. I've heard that about
And
Amsterdam. That's for sure.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, but we really went on a lot of nice places, so I would recommend a river cruise to everybody, really.
so coming up on your second, I guess you call it a contract, right? Second contract.
Yes,
So,
yes.
so coming up on your second contract, do you will you get to go to some new places, or it's going to be the same itineraries from last year?
Honestly, yeah, honestly, I don't know yet because I'm still not on board and I don't have this sailing schedule, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think we are still gonna be on Rhine River and maybe Main. If we are going to go to Danube, then it's gonna be even, more great because then I get to visit my hometown also sometimes. So either way, it's gonna be fun.
Wait. You say that again about your hometown?
Well, if we go on Danube River, for example, that means that maybe I will have a chance to come to my hometown.
Oh, okay. That's wonderful.
Oh yeah.
Now, did you did
That would be really
well, did that
amazing.
happen last year?
No, because we were only on the Rhine, not on the Danube.
Oh, okay. 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 Well, I'm hoping for you
Thank
that
you.
you yeah, and then your family or friends can get to see where you work.
Exactly. And I plan to show them the whole ship
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
if that happens.
So your brand, I like your brand, Crew Life on Deck.
Hmm.
Is that going to become a regular feature on social media? I mean, do you plan to to blog about or do video about crew life on deck, or is that just a brand that you've chosen for yourself at this point?
Well, the idea behind Crew Life on Deck is the insights into the river cruise
Mm-hmm.
work and life and stuff like this, and maybe some helpful tips for somebody who is also planning to come and work on a ship, and fun stories and connection with everybody else who is working in the same industry like me.
Uh-huh.
And maybe hopefully someday it could become something similar to the Joy of the Cruising podcast.
Yeah. So I've seen a little bit, or I've seen something like what you do, or what you would like to do. In fact, I've had a guest on who has a pretty established brand. Uh, but most of what I have seen, and where I think you would have, you would be able to be somewhat unique. Every site that I've seen related to working on cruise ships has been for ocean cruising, and
Hmm.
so having doing something about river cruising, that's kind of unique. So you don't have a YouTube channel yet?
No. You know what's the tricky part of this? Uh, when I'm working, I am not allowed to use my phone.
Yeah, yeah,
And also, when we have guests on board, if I am not in uniform, I cannot be all over the ship recording, doing stuff like this.
sure, sure.
So I have the chance to take a picture of something or to record something only when I'm not working or on my day off, or if I have a special permission from hotel manager or the captain or somebody. So this is why I, for now, chose to do only, my private pictures and stuff like this. And hopefully, if this grows up to be anything, maybe people who are also working on other river cruises can also send me their stuff so we can all kind of work on it together.
Well,
It would be nice to create a community.
one thing that you will have in your working in your benefit once you establish, your Instagram presence, or I know I met you on Instagram, but once you establish your presence, or maybe get a YouTube channel or whatever, you'll be able to say that, hey, I was on a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so you could, you have that link forever. So what do you think the future holds for you, Tiana, in cruising? Is this something that you are thinking about as a stepping stone to something else, or you want a long? It's probably too soon to say that you want to have a long career in cruising. What do you think? What do you think the future holds?
Well, it's you are right. It's too soon, but knowing me, I'm probably gonna get bored of this in a couple of years or something like this, and I will do something totally different.
Based on your past, that's a possibility. So, do you have any non work travel planned anytime in the near future?
Non-work, well, not now, not for now, because I am just going to start with my second season.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to experience the big cruises
Uh-huh.
for myself, like a guest.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I would have a time of my life there.
Have you traveled enough or heard enough about travel that you have a travel bucket list, a place that you want to get to someday?
Honestly, the whole world. No, but really, cruising is the way to go, because in one trip, you get to have multiple visits. You fall asleep in Australia and you wake up on Philippines, and tomorrow you are in Japan and so on. It's amazing. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, those are the countries that I would like to visit. Also, South America and tropical islands, Yeah, the whole world.
Well, Tiana,
Very modest.
Tiana, before we let you go, we usually ask our guests some light or fun cruise questions. So the first one is, and you kind of answered this, uh, uh,
Hmm.
but you got to do something more exciting than learning German. Uh, the first the first question is, how do you spend your me time?
Well, okay. So something more exciting than learning German is I do laundry.
Well, you also tell the listeners you did used to teach dance.
Yes,
So
but I don't have room in my small cabin to dance anymore.
so in your
So I
so
go
that
outside
so
with my
that's
friends and then
that's
dance.
not even a part of your free time, huh?
Now, really, really not. When I'm on board, no, because I really don't have the space or anything. I am in constant contact with them. You know, I know where they are. I know they are going on, some competitions and stuff like this. I root for them and cheer for them, but I cannot do anything when I'm on board,
So so
really,
so
except going out.
so besides laundry, and German. How do you spend your me time on board? Well, you already answered one. It sounds like you do a lot. You go to all the ports. You don't stay on.
Yeah, I don't know. I talk to my family. I read a book. I do stuff like that. But me time is really limited.
Do you have on the uh, what's it called? Excellence Countess? Excellence.
Hmm.
Do
Yes,
you have like a fitness area or anything like that?
we have a small, little, tiny gym where which is for guests. So I am not really using
Oh,
it, and it's
guess only. Okay,
uh, e- yeah, yeah,
okay.
and it's really, really tiny.
Hmm.
I don't have a space to dance over there either.
So what's your next question? What's your favorite cruise drink and cruise food? Even when either on the ship
Ooh,
as well as when you go into, do you ever go out to eat in the ports?
yeah, we do, and then we do like doner kebab and stuff like this, something fast and easy.
Uh-huh.
Well, favorite, I don't have like a favorite one, but I love when we have a cheese dinner on board. I mean, it's for the guests, but when they go, we kind of take all the leftover cheese, which is very nice. I know it sounds very boring, but you have no idea what kind of a cheese they have in like Switzerland and Netherlands. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah, I would be in my glory because I love that.
See?
Yeah.
And I don't know, everything that our pastry chef makes, I really love to eat, really, because he's a genius and he makes the best cakes and cookies and everything. So, and as for the drinks, I don't know, I'm not a big drinker, but I'd love to try and experiment because I work in a bar, so I have like this bar waiter benefits. So I can basically make whatever.
So what do you like to
I
experiment
don't know,
with?
tequila.
What's a favorite drink on what do your customers demand most?
Ooh, on the summertime, Aperol and Hugo Spritz, definitely.
Apple Spritz, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. And also Prosecco. This is something that they
Uh,
are drinking all the time
mm-hmm.
and really love to
Uh-huh.
drink. Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
also red wine.
Okay. Next question. What's your and you don't have to answer all of these. Just you could pick, one experience if you want, or more than one. But what's your most wonderful, or memorable, or funniest, or even most embarrassing ship or port experience?
Hmm. Oh my. Okay. Well, okay, I can pick two.
Okay.
I can share one that is the most memorable and nice and amazing, and one embarrassing just for the fun of it.
Okay.
So it was my birthday, and the whole day nobody said a word. Like, it's I think that's normal. I don't know. I didn't ever had a birthday before, like with on a ship or something like this. But I know that usually before me, I had coworkers who had some sort of birthdays and stuff like this. But we kind of celebrated, and our pastry chef made a little cake, little cake, and we sing, maybe a happy birthday song, or just in passing by because we are working, la la la. We just say happy birthday, and in the evening, this birthday cake is usually in the crew area, and that's it. And for my birthday, nobody said a word to me the entire day. Really, only my roommate, who at the time was my roommate, this lovely girl from Indonesia. She was the one who left a small uh, chocolate on my pillow and a little note that said "Happy Birthday, Roomie." And I was really happy with this. But then in the evening, during service, which was, you know, during service, like after dinner, my hotel manager rushed me downstairs from the bar down into the restaurant, into the kitchen, and he told me we had an emergency that I had to go. And I did not think a single thought behind it, and I just went like running after him. And then I went to the kitchen, and the kitchen was filled with everybody. The whole crew was there,
Oh, very
and they all
nice.
sang me a happy birthday song.
Oh, nice, nice. Wow.
I didn't expect that at all. I was so surprised and so happy. I had like, tears of joy. It was great. And they handed me a cake. And then my coworker pushed my head into the cake.
They had all this planned. That's why no one was saying happy birthday to you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that was it.
That was very
So that was
that,
that was
that was very
very
nice.
sweet. Yeah, very, very sweet. And if I have to share one more experience, it would be the embarrassing one.
Okay.
Because of this language barrier, I blame the language barrier for this one. Once the guest asked me what kind of a milk is in the coffee that we served him, and I had no idea how to say cow milk in German or in Swiss German. And after looking around, like because I had no milk package or something to show him, and he like impatiently waited for an answer. I told him moo, moo milk, and I told him like I'm sorry, I'm learning German, and I don't know how to say this, and I said moo, and it was. Now I know how to say cow milk in German.
was what was he was he satisfied with that
Yes, he
answer?
was. He started to laugh. So yeah. Yes.
Moon milk.
I said, es tut mir leid, ich lerne Deutsch und wir haben Muhmilch. And he was like, oh my God. Then he told me, like, you can say it in English. I'm like, okay. They told me I cannot speak English with guests. So that's why I said moo and blah, blah, blah. And it was everything, it turned out great, but it was really, really a embarrassing point.
Well, the last question, now I call this an oddball question, because it might not have anything to do with cruising on the water.
Yeah.
This is this is this is this is for your friends and fans who I hope are listening. I hope your fans have enjoyed what they have heard at the Joy of Cruising podcast, and we'll come back for other episodes. So, Tiana, share one thing that my listeners and your fans and friends don't know about Tiana.
Oh. Okay. Well, if it's not related to the anything, yeah, to the cruise life, yeah,
Okay.
something like
Okay.
private.
Okay.
uh, Only my closest family members know this. That once I had 5 cats in my apartment. Like,
5 cats.
yes, I have one cat that is my cat for like 8 years now. And this one rainy day, I found this one tiny, starving cat in front of my, not door, but like my building. And she was like very, 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 very tiny, very skinny. And she kind of looked like a boy. I'm not going to explain this, but I'm just going to say that.
Okay.
And I brought her because it was raining outside. I brought her inside to give her something to eat, and because she was really, 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 really skinny. And I gave her something to eat, and after that, she just disappeared in my closet. And I was like, okay, she's sleeping over there. It's okay. I will, let her sleep and get warm a little bit, and then we will see. And like 3 hours later, I came to check on her, and she gave birth to 3 kittens.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Wow. And she was really skinny.
really skinny. I really have no idea where the 3 kittens got, like where they were in her. I have no idea. I still have no idea. Yeah.
So now you're raising 5 cats.
No, not now, because
Oh, okay.
all of them find homes.
Yeah, you couldn't because you had to go to work.
Yeah, I had to. So they all find nice homes. They got adopted, so they had a nice ending. But for like 6 months of my life, I had 5 cats in my apartment. Don't ask me how that looked.
So now the world knows.
Well, hello world. I'm Tiana, the crazy cat lady.
Tiana, it has been great having a conversation with you. Thank you so much for coming on the Joy of Cruising podcast. Uh, uh, Good luck on your upcoming cruise or upcoming contract. I think you said April 6th, right?
Yes, I cannot wait.
So this episode will come out in April. Do you have good internet?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna gather everybody from my ship and we're gonna listen to this together.
Good. Well, Tiana, all the best to you in your future endeavors. And as I like to say, we'll see you on the ocean.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Paul. It was really great to talk to you and, to share my experience with everybody. Until next time, then.
The Joy of Cruising and Cruising Interrupted, each $16.99 plus shipping, and new release, The Joy of Cruising Again for $18.99 can be ordered at the link on thejoyofcruisingpodcast.com. For each of the 3 books, use the discount code Joy of Cruising Podcast and get $4 off. The Joy of Cruising books are also available at Amazon. Order the ebook at Amazon or your favorite online retailer. Stay in touch by joining the Joy of Cruising Podcast Facebook group or following the Joy of Cruising Podcast on Instagram. We're constantly adding new shows. Please leave a review and tell a friend about us. We hope you enjoyed this brief escape to the ocean. See you next week.